Yo, what is going on, everybody? Fun fact, this is my second time recording this podcast. I was just recording it, and I got like 3 calls, and it kept starting and stopping the voice recording. So now my phone is on Do Not Disturb, and we're going to start fresh. So happy Thursday for all of you listening. If you are listening on Thursday, I appreciate every single one of you. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you for tuning in. If you've been a day one supporter, I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you for coming along for this journey and listening to the random shit I've got to say. If this is your first time tuning in, some things we talk about here on the Grizzly Life podcast will be general fitness, general health, maybe some finance tips, maybe some business things that I'm going through. I do own 6 gym locations. We own a fitness equipment install and service company. We own some real estate, and now we own a bar and restaurant as well. So a lot of different moving parts. I just try to share with you guys things that I'm learning, things that I'm doing, things that I feel like can benefit you in your own world. And also I feel like it's fun to understand what it's like, or how business owners think and how they feel and like the decisions that they have to make, right? So I just like to give you some of the behind the scenes insights as well. So anyways, appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. I do ask if you get any value from episodes like this, if there are things that you enjoyed listening to or whatever. I understand not every episode's for everybody, but if you can, please help share the episodes. If you have a friend or a family member who should hear it, if you've got that person you met that one time at that one place, and you're like, hey, we talked about that thing that one time, I think this would be a great thing for you to listen to. Again, I rely on you guys sharing videos and the episodes, and that's how we kind of get the word out there. So without further ado, I've got 3 bullet points here to discuss today. First off, let me pull up my notes here. We are doing a little walk and talk. We are on a new mic today, so hopefully my mic doesn't die. This is one of those mics that you'll see kind of clipped on people recording content. I don't know, like one of those little fuzzy mics or whatever. So hopefully sound quality is a little bit better for you guys today. Hopefully you don't hear any background noise, any wind noise. So let me know if you guys listen to the pod. Shoot me a message and say, hey, the sound quality, you could tell night and day, was way better. So today's thoughts: don't let one bad day or weekend or any period of time ruin your overall progress. Why do I bring this up? Last weekend, Nolan's bachelor party. Mind you, I say in quotations bachelor party. It was basically a weekend with the boys. Me, Kyle, Nolan, my brother, and Gavino, right? We all went out to Minnesota. It was basically a golfing trip. Friday, we delivered some gym equipment on the way there. I'm notorious for when we go and do trips, I always somehow loop business back into it. So we delivered a piece of equipment up in Winona, and then we went to Red Wing area. Beautiful up there. We golfed 15 holes Friday night. Saturday we golfed some more. Went to the casino, just kind of had a boys' weekend away. Sunday we came back and then hung out at the restaurant for a little bit. So again, the reason as to why do I bring this up? Well, weekends like that sometimes will set us back, right? It's not like I was working out, which I usually don't work out on the weekends, but I maybe didn't eat the same diet that I would normally eat. I drank more beers than I would normally drink. My sleep routine was maybe a little bit different. If you listen to any of my episodes, I tell you guys how important sleep is. It is probably the most important thing for you to, recovery, overall well-being, mental clarity, staying young, staying in shape, keeping stress levels down, right? Sleep is that important. So I stress that. So anyways, do not let one weekend off screw up your entire progress. And I feel like a lot of people do this where they were so consistent, they were so steady, they were going to the gym, or they were doing the thing, they were eating right, they were, drinking the right amount of water, whatever. And then one thing slips up, and now all of a sudden it's like a spiral effect. They pushed one domino and the rest keep falling, or they keep rolling down the hill, right? You don't need to do that. It's just one weekend. As bad as I feel today recording this episode, not bad as like I'm hungover, but I just don't feel 110% like I usually do with a normal sleep and recovery routine. It is what it is. Like, we just have to get back on the horse and we have to keep going, right? So I'm just here to tell you, if that's you, if that's somebody you know, somebody who was super consistent going to the gym for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, maybe 3, 4, 5, well, I don't want to say years, but you know what I mean. It's okay to have a little slip up once in a while. Now, I do know when you have an injury, that can be very off-putting as well. You can get very down on yourself. You lose a lot of progress in the gym. It's tough to want to go back to the gym because now you are maybe not as strong as you were, maybe not as flexible as you were, whatever. I understand that. I'm telling you, you are going to thank yourself later for getting back into it and staying on course. So believe me, we've all been there. We've all had something pop up. We've all fallen off a little bit before, but do not let that hold you back. And I know I'm just speaking to you here, but if this is you, if this is something you've experienced, if you are, you've taken the last week or two off because X, Y, or Z or whatever, I'm here to tell you it's normal. It happens. We all have one too many beers or cookies or, whatever. But it's just important to get back on and let yourself know that that's okay. That's not going to be happening again for a long time. And I'm going to get right back after it, okay? So that's my first tip of the day for you. Number 2 and number 3 kind of go hand in hand here. The most successful people I know have a plan. And the reason I bring this up is I know from my own experience, the best days that I have, the most productive days that I have, are when I have a plan, when I have an outline, when I have to-dos that are organized and ready to get to done, right? Like when I know this is what I need to accomplish today, this is when I'm going to accomplish it today, this is how I'm going to accomplish it today. If I have extra time, I might even accomplish these things. When I do that, I come in and I am like, holy shit, I'm getting a lot done. Some of my best weeks, I record my podcasts early. I get them done on Monday or Tuesday, and they're done for the week, or I'm getting, stuff planned in advance. I know some people like to live day by day and they don't like to plan things out, but sometimes, again, the most productive days for me are when I have a plan. Now, anybody else that has, extreme levels of success, they have a schedule. They have it down to the minute. They know every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, every hour, what their main task is and how they're going to go about their day. Some people figure out their structures best to be, hey, in the mornings, I focus on me and what I need to get done. The afternoons are meeting times. That way they can devote their sole attention to maybe the most important money mover or the, we call them needle movers. What moves the needle the most? If I could do one thing today to get the most done, to make the most progress, what would that one thing be? So just want you to think about that. The most successful people that I know have a plan. They know what they have to get done. They write everything down. They have an outline prepared. One thing that I've been working on with Kyle and Nolan, our two guys, my two best friends over at Priority Fitness, is setting their team up for success. And this is new to them because they are learning and growing and becoming leaders and understanding how to lead a team. And so I don't expect them to just wake up and know exactly how to do it. I mean, shit, I'm not saying I do. I'm still learning through and going through the motions as well. But our guys, one thing we're working on with Priority Fitness is like taking an initiative and like knowing what to do and when to do it. Well, that can only go so far if you don't know the bigger vision or what we're trying to accomplish, right? So for Kyle and Nolan, my thought for them is that at the end of each day, spend the last 15 or 30 minutes with each other, Kyle and Nolan, walk through the warehouse and figure out what needs to happen tomorrow and how do we want it to happen and what are the most high priority tasks. Give that to your guys so they know exactly what your expectations are of them. It's hard to work a job if you don't know where you're going or what your expectations are or how much you should get done, right? Like it's my fault as a leader if I don't onboard you and teach you exactly how we need to get things done, right? If I don't show you what success looks like, if I don't show you what it means to have a successful day here, then it's my own fault as a leader. So Kyle and Nolan are actively working on a better plan of attack for the guys. And I also said you guys can come in early, set the guys up for success all day. You guys can stay late or again, the last, 15, 30 minutes of the day, create the plan. But either way, there needs to be devoted attention to making sure everybody else is set up for success. And that's what a leader's role is. I can't just only do what I need to do. I need to make sure that our entire team knows what they need to do and how to do it. And if they have any questions, right? Like, again, that comes down to me as a leader and then everybody else on our team that's leaders as well. So that kind of rolls into my next thing as well. When you have an idea, you need to write it down. The reason I bring this one up is I almost every evening, when I go to sleep, I almost always wake up because I've got to pee. I drink a lot of water. I don't know. Maybe I got old man's bladder already. Whatever. I pee almost every night. And that's not what I'm trying to tell you here. But when I do that, my brain is now half woken up. And now it's telling me all these damn ideas, right? All these things that I was like, fuck, that was a good idea. And these aren't like an invention. This isn't like something I've never thought of before. This is like something that I know I need to get done. But for some reason, I forgot to fucking write it down. And now my brain's telling me at 3 in the morning or 1 in the morning, whatever time it is, that, hey, think about this, think about that. So now I go back to lay down and my brain is saying this shit over and over and over again. And I know if I would have just maybe written these things down, that it would allow my brain some peace and quiet. Some ultra, I don't want to know, successful, productive people, they will write everything down that comes to them. And every night before they go to bed, or I'm just giving an example. When people will go to bed, one skill that some people do, or one way to go about this would be to, anything that's on your mind, write it down. Do a little journal, do a little exercise on, again, what needs to happen tomorrow? What things do I want to accomplish? What new things am I thinking of? Write it down so your brain has the chance to get it out of your brain and onto paper. This is a very powerful tool. You can put it in your phone if you want. Something that I'm currently doing for my ongoing task list is actually talking to like AI tools. I'll create a project within AI called task list, and then I will, sorry, cross the note here. Then I will just talk to AI and say, hey, here's shit that I need to get done tomorrow. Here's things I want to think about for next week. And it'll kind of keep it organized for me. And it just gives me a chance to say it out loud too. If you know me, I like to, if you're close to me, you know I've got a lot of ideas. I like to yap, we call it yapping, right? I like to talk, I like to say things. It is a very good tool for me to be able to talk out loud, to listen to what I'm saying, and then also to get some insight and feedback from the AI tool. Not that it's obviously on my side. It's saying, yeah, it's a great idea, blah, blah, blah. But at least it gives me some chance to get it out of my brain, not think about it right now, and come back to it when I need to. So whether you're a paper and pen kind of person, whether you're an iPhone notes kind of person, whether you want to use an AI tool, whether you want to get a journal, whatever it is, try to write down as much stuff as you can. Try to get it out of your brain and onto paper. Also, it's important to keep that part of your brain working. Those ideas, you don't want to shut them off. Having ideas, having thoughts, having ways to innovate, ways to make positive change, this is an important tool for us to have. And no matter what role you're in, whether, again, this is a family spouse thing, whether this is within your organization that you work for, whether this is a manager or leadership role, you need to be innovative. You need to have ideas. You need to think of different ways to solve the problem, right? And that's a very valuable asset to have. So one thing I said on the previous episode that I recorded and then I deleted, which was going to be today's episode, was like, for school, for example, it wants you all to be kind of a certain way, right? And I'm not knocking on school. I think there's very good things that come from school, but it is very important to be like a child, right? And I use this example a lot. It's when you are young, you have all these ideas, you have all these thoughts, everything's new, everything's exciting. I tell you to live like that as much as you can. Enjoy life, enjoy the little things, and be excited, right? And keep generating ideas, keep having thoughts, keep doing all that. So anyways, those are my 3 little tips or thoughts or ideas for the day. Appreciate you guys so much for listening to the Grizzly Life podcast. Again, if you are willing, please share the episodes. This is how we grow the channel. This is how we get new viewers. I saw one of my most recent podcasts. I don't ever look at views. I'm not here to have 1 million followers. I'm here just to talk to the people who want to listen. One of our most recent episodes regarding AI and some ideas there, I saw that one was a better performing video than some. So I don't know. Somebody must have helped share and tell people. So I appreciate you guys for that. And again, let me know if sound quality is better on this episode, if you feel like this was good. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful week. Finish it strong. We'll see you on Tuesday.